What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another live stream. I feel like we just got off the live stream, didn't we? I'm tired this morning, but I'm here. And yeah, welcome in, guys. Welcome back to another live. A lot of things happening this morning. I got a little bit of sleep. I got a little bit of coffee in me. So markets are still looking strong here. This is a really big step, right? Now we've got to see if we can consolidate from here. What's happened here in the last week has been unbelievable. But now, really, the truth comes out here because we're going to see if this is just a fake out or if this is for real, right? And if this is for real, we want to see some sideways action. We want to see some consolidation here throughout the next couple weeks, and we'll see what happens, right? It's going to be exciting. We're going to be here for it no matter what. And let's dive in here to, some charts, and we're going to take a look at some news pieces, all of that good stuff right here in the live stream. So you guys know the drill as you're popping in. I know it's a big NFL weekend. A lot of people getting ready for the games. I wanted to come on here, go live a little bit before that. And hey, crypto is popping still. So let's do the damn thing, right? So here we go. Let's jump into there. I just got to send a link real quick. Might have some folks join me actually as well. So get a little roundtable discussion going on here. And I'm just going to pop that in there for everybody. There we go. All right, let me get that all squared away. And what's up, everybody? Let me see who's in chat. What's going on in chat? Who do we got in chat? Wake up, fellow degens. It's a wonderful day in crypto. Echo Bella, what's up? What's up? Crypto Hound, good morning. Markets looking good. Yes, markets are looking solid yet again here this morning. Good morning, Bossy and Sweet. What's happening? Crypto is dead. All right, we'll see. Good morning, Zach. Tony P, what's happening, man? Tony P, what's going on? All right, guys, you guys know the drill. Smash that like button here on your way in. Helps us out significantly. Definitely a good time to be in crypto right now. This is what we wait for, right? It's funny because 1 week can just flip the script, right? It's just been a year plus of tough times, but 1 week and all of a sudden there's excitement. There are people coming into crypto. There are people excited about what's coming, and it's just crazy how the narrative and the feeling and the temperature in the room can shift and change in a short amount of time. And that's cryptocurrency. That's the name of the game, right? That's why we're here. This volatility is unlike we've ever seen in anything in any other markets, right? And we take advantage of that volatility. And we know that because we see how much crypto can swing one way or another. The thing that makes crypto so unique is that it's global. It never shuts off. It never shuts down. It never stops, right? It's also why we don't get a lot of sleep because we're all so concerned about what's going to happen when we start sleeping, right? But it's what makes it so special. And, right now we're seeing a really nice rally. There was some interesting things happening. Let me go over on Twitter here and show you this. So I tweeted out this right here, and I want to give you a couple different perspectives here. But I thought this was interesting. So this was last night around 8:42. So for the past 3 hours, someone just bought $4 billion worth of Bitcoin futures in the market orders. 87 million short positions liquidated across all exchanges. That is interesting. Okay. I guess you got to have an account here for Crypto Quant. But he at least gave us that insight there. Oh, he actually took a screenshot here. So there you go. You could see, look at the short liquidations here yesterday. Insane. So I know we love to liquidate some of the shorts, and look at that price, Bitcoin price in USD climbing like crazy here when we started the new year. This is where we were to start the new year, guys. We were down here about, 16,500, just kind of boring, kind of, trending sideways after the big fallout in, December. And man, this has been an amazing rally to see. Now, we actually talked about this last night, this 20,900 level. I believe this is right at the 200-day moving average for Bitcoin. Yep. There's the moving average, the 200-day, 20,989. That's a level we were watching for last night on the stream. And of course, right when I got off the stream, we went parabolic, but that's okay. I did a Shiba Inu video. It was pretty funny. I was drinking some whiskey out of a coffee cup, and yeah, people were loving it. I think everybody was excited last night when that rally happened. But we're right at that 200-day moving average right now, literally right on the charts. And so we'll see. This is going to be a really big kind of put up or shut up moment here for Bitcoin because, Yes, we got up to this 200-day moving average right here. As you can see, this kind of line consolidating. These are 1-minute candlesticks. Now what happens? Do we pop up ahead of this? Do we get up above this and kind of, maintain what we've built up here? This is a really crucial level. So we're going to be watching this all day long for sure to kind of see if we can stay above it. Now, if we go to the technicals, we could still say that it's flashing some strong buy signals on any other moving average, right? The only moving average we're waiting for is that 200-day. But we look inside the 10-day, 20-day, 30-day, 50-day, 100-day, all flashing buy signals. But this 200-day EMA is a big one, right? That's the last 200 days. The average Bitcoin price is $20,989, and we're right on the heels of it. And we popped above it. We crossed over 21K momentarily. Our high here in the last 24 hours, 21,258. Now, when we go into take a look at SHIB, it's very similar. It's a very similar story here for Shiba Inu. We broke the zero, but again, we're looking at that 200-day moving average. It's a buy signal across the board. 200-day EMA is 1121. When we look at the simple moving average, it's 1070. So 1070, we've breached that. We've crossed that. If we get back into the 11s and cross over this 1121 level, get above this exponential moving average, that's going to be a really, really bullish sign here for Shiba Inu, and will give us some validation that this trend really can continue. Now, we are up right now about 23% on the week. Here's the good thing with SHIB. It's really not fluctuating too much on the RSI, the Relative Strength Index. We're not in an overbought region. We're only sitting here at the 55 range. This is perfect. I would be totally fine with consolidation here, right? Because we know that the longer something consolidates, the better it is. Right. So we've built up this kind of new wall. I would love to have some consolidation here. So let's see here. Oh, we got Jonathan in the house. What's up, man? Hey, nice. What's going on, bro? Got the
Good morning, buddy.
How we doing, man? How we doing?
Hey, I love your technical analysis here. Only thing I just want to say is bulls, keep your foot on the gas. All right. We get above that 200 EMA and it's on. And we'll do something special that people will talk about. We keep bouncing our heads off the 200 EMA. We just go back to, oh, I told you so. Put your foot on the gas and let's roll, baby.
I love it, man. I love it. Yeah, I mean, this is a really solid move. I mean, we actually saw Shiba Inu actually get up to that 11 range throughout the night, it looks like. So that's great to see. It actually happened last night for a little bit. Came back down all the way down into the 9.6 range, but now we're building back up here in the 1-minute chart. So it's funny because that one little moment where we crossed over the RSI, where we got overbought, we saw the big profit-taking move here, probably some of the whales, and that's cool. We know that this is something that happens with Shiba Inu, and now look, we're building back up here in the 1-minute outlook. So how about Bone too, man? Bone has had a nice tear too. I think it got up to, what did it get up to yesterday? 130,
142, 141, something like that.
Wow. So yeah, there's the pop right there. That's awesome. So I know you're a big proponent of Bone, and are you looking at any targets now? We were up at what, about $2 at one point not too long ago, right?
Yeah. So my answer to that is, if you wanted to make a little bit of money, you should have already sold, in my opinion. Okay. In other words, if you're trying to make like a 40%, 30% little run there, now you need to hold because Shibarium's coming. And if Shibarium does come and you sell your bag right now, you might get a little bit sick. And I mean, I'm serious about that. Like, not just a little bit, but I'm talking about from the $1.50 to $2 range up to $7, like in the blink of an eye. I don't think I would sell at this point, but I don't give financial advice. I'm not selling my bag. I know that I'm holding.
100%. And I know you got a big bag of Bone, and you're a big proponent of the whole Shiba Inu ecosystem. It's exciting times for SHIB right now, for sure. And I'll tell you what, if Shibarium comes out and we continue this market trend we're in, this is lining up perfectly. Let me ask you this. Do you think Shibarium has been kind of done on the back burner and they're waiting for a good time to release it when people are active in the market? Not that it really matters, but what do you think about that? Is that a smart decision if they are doing that? What do you think?
It is a smart decision, and the answer is yes. I do believe it's been done, and I believe they've been breaking it, testing it, making sure that it works right. One thing about Shiba Inu, $5 billion market cap up to $10 billion, they're not playing around, okay? They're not some rinky-dink little bunch of people out here trying to make some noise. They are doing it right. And the reason why is if they're going to have success for the whole ecosystem, which is what they always talk about. If you ever go to Discord and you listen to the devs and how they protect the team and all that, if they're going to have success, it has to work. And just like in business, like in my business, your business, anything that you implement for your business, it has to work. And if it doesn't, then you've wasted your time or you got to go back and fix it. So I absolutely believe it's going to work. And I believe it's going to just completely blow people's minds with how many transactions we have on that network as soon as it rolls out.
100%, man. You know what? Something I love seeing is just the volume here coming into some of the top cryptos. I mean, look at Ethereum here. I mean, in the last 24 hours, that volume's up 88.5%. Look at that. We're looking at $16 billion of volume just on Ethereum in the last 24 hours. I mean, so there's some things happening. And again, when you see this kind of move for Bitcoin, Bitcoin does not go up 11% on the heels of retail money. What do I mean here? It's not Jonathan and I and people like us. We're small fish in a big pond. It's not people like us pushing the price up to Bitcoin. We can't generate $45 billion of volume. So why is this bullish? Because this tells me that institutions are buying. And this tweet right here says it from last night. For the past 3 hours, someone just bought $4 billion worth of Bitcoin futures in market orders, and 87 million short positions were liquidated across all exchanges. When you see Bitcoin and that volume spike like that, you know that that is institutional, big time, big dollar money coming into crypto. And I'll tell you what, that's exciting because usually then what happens? The retail money follows. You start hearing it on the TV. Social media happens. This guy starts telling this guy, and she starts telling her friends. And all of a sudden, word gets out on the street that, hey, crypto's doing something. You might want to take a look. And people, get engaged. What do you think?
Hey, that short position liquidation, that is where it's at. That's the excitement. And if we can continue to do that over the whole weekend, look, y'all, we had a great little run. This is great. I mean, it's a lot of money. We went from like 700 million last week in total cryptocurrency to 1.2 billion. Or where are we at right now? Almost
980 billion right now. And we might have crossed over $1 trillion here in the last 24 hours. But I mean, look at this. The total crypto market volume in the last 24 hours, 90 billion. That is a 65% increase.
Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. And we need to get above the trillion mark and stay up there and keep pushing. That's my mission for today. I want you to keep pushing. And I want you to learn and educate yourself about all cryptos, because as you can see, just like me and Zach could talk about, if it is a legitimate project and it's doing the right thing, when the money comes in, they all move up. You know what I mean? It's, you can pick and choose better winners, but who cares? The market's moving up and you want to be involved, if you can.
100%. And I want to talk about both sides of the coin here, because I think it's important that, I think here's what I'll say. During the chaotic times, it's really hard to be even keeled, and it's really hard to kind of keep your emotions in check. During these really good times, it's also hard to keep your emotions in check and not get too overwhelmed and still have the perspective of, yes, there is an outside chance that we could come back a little bit in the short term. We could retrace. And, this guy in chat says it right here. It's a bull trap. It's a possibility. But here's the thing. We're waiting on the Fed meeting at the end of this month as we roll into February. And we're going to learn a lot there. But Capo of Crypto, I want to show what he's putting out here. He's a TA guy. And listen, I follow all different people across the spectrum. Bullish guys, bearish guys. And this shows me that not everybody agrees on what's going to happen here. And it also shows me that we don't have a crystal ball and we don't have the answer. But I like to kind of, dive into all these different perspectives. Now, Capo of Crypto says, the more I look at the charts, the clearer I see the capitulation that's coming. Just a matter of time. Patience is key. Now this was back in November. Hold on. Here we go. This is what I wanted. Good morning. Market is bouncing more than expected. Okay. That is a certainty. Now, is the bearish scenario invalidated? I'm going to explain why I think new lows are still likely. High time frame BTC is still testing major resistance. Weekly close will be key. So that's really what we're looking at. Weekly close will be key. So he's still eyeing this $12,000 level. This is a level that we've seen before. And here's the thing. If it comes back down here, this is his potential bottom. And then he's not the only one showing this. This is the potential bottom. I know a lot of people out there that are saying, hey, Yeah, I want one more test at this down here. I want one more big opportunity to load up. So you got to look at it like that, right? But he says, but there's no bullish confirmation yet. This is also clear on ETH and others, right? So he's still eyeing the 600, 650 level potentially. And I'm not quite sure what chart these are. These are some other, looks like some other cryptos. On the other hand, altcoins are having random pumps, most of them into resistance too, as shown on others. We have seen this during every bounce in this bear market. It gives the false illusion that the bottom is in. And again, I'm not, don't call me a fudder. You know, everybody wants to just jump down your throat and say, oh, you're fudding crypto. No, I'm looking at it from all different sides, all different angles. Traditional markets downtrend is intact too. SPX keeps forming lower highs all the time, and earnings session is expected to be bad. So there are still some macro things that are working against us, but you never know with crypto. Crypto can go against the grain. Invalidations would be clear when new highs are formed on HTF and key levels are reclaimed. This has not happened yet. BTC is in the LTF parabolic move, but there's a problem for bulls. This move is already overextended. The base of the parabola was weak, and then when this LTF trend breaks, it often results in sharp declines and full reversals. Last pump from 19K to 21K showed a lot of weakness and trapped bulls. OI went down and funding is increasing like never before since the 16K local bottom. This supports the theory that the parabolic LTF move is reaching its top. We shall see, right? And he goes on and on and on. But I think it's important that we get all these different perspectives. And I've talked so long, I think Hobbs has been back there for an hour. Sorry about that, man. Welcome. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, man. I'm trying to wake up. I got some coffee going too, man. I think I got to make another cup real quick.
I'm faking like I'm drinking coffee.
Well, Capo of Crypto is not wrong. I mean, he is correct. Every time Shiba Inu has run over the last 6 months, we hit our head off that 200, we bounce above it a little bit, and we pull back. That's why I was saying how important the bulls have to fight today. If we want to do something special, we got to fight today and tomorrow and roll with it. I know Hobbs has some theories here as well. What are you thinking on that, Hobbs?
Oh man, I'm loving this action. But you know, you always just have to keep things in a technical analysis perspective, right? Like it's very, very easy for us to, you know, we've been down here for so long. We've been consolidating for so long at these between 15 and 17,000. We've been down here for a while, right? So it's easy for us to get caught up in this push, and it's a good thing, right? We should be rooting this push. But from a technical analysis standpoint, right? Like I think Zach was illustrating some of those charts. Like you have to look at the 200-day moving average, like we spoke about yesterday, and we're right at it right now. Zach, I think it was 20,900 we talked about yesterday.
And that's exactly where Bitcoin's at.
And that's exactly where we are, right? We're testing right at that 200-day moving average. But if you look from about January 4th, 2023, give or take, we were sitting at about 16,800. From that point, we moved up about $4,000, right? Now go back and look at the chart in September. And here's why I'm a little bit more bullish on this move. And I'm gonna explain why. So I'm gonna share my screen real quick.
Yep.
So to make it just a little bit easier on you. All right. So if you look over here, my son's up yelling, but that's okay. If you look over here, we went from 16,000 all the way up to 4,000. You say, okay, we're approaching that 200-day moving average, which is potentially bullish if we get over that. But what was the last time we got here? Okay. Or not here, but this particular movement happened. We go back and look at September 13th or September 7th on the chart right here. Right. I'll zoom in, make it a little bigger for you guys. So
Hobbs, your mic's kind of cutting a little bit.
Oh, is it cutting out a little bit? I got this. Hang on a second, man.
It's just it's like a little choppy from now. Okay.
Okay, is that better?
I think that's a little better. Yep.
Okay,
go ahead.
Now I can't hear you guys. Give me 1 second. I got to switch over my mic real quick.
Okay.
1 second.
Boca says need coffee. Me too. I'm gonna get my second cup here. Bernie says, Hobbs, move the mic a little closer, going in and out. Yeah, we got it, Bernie. What's up, Bernie?
Okay, I can hear you guys now. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay,
That sounds better.
I got this new.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, I got this new sound pad. I'm trying to work the kinks out of it. I've been watching videos. Tammy actually did a review on it. this sound bad. But anyway, so all right. So if we look back to September 7th, if you remember this time frame on BTC, we had a very, very similar pump. Remember, we had this big green day, and you know what this was leading up to? This day right here, September 13th. It was a week before CPI data was released. This is the day that we got like that 9.1% inflation report, and we dunked down. You know, we pushed $5,000 from 18,000 all the way up to like 22,000, about 4,000. Very, very similar to what we're doing right now. And then we got dunked on, right? The reason why I'm a little bit more bullish on this move is because CPI is coming down now, right? And then the only thing we have in the next 2 weeks, we have job reports that are coming out weekly. And then the Fed will speak and most likely raise rates to, 25 basis points, which the market is already kind of pricing in and expecting. If we can stay above this 200-day moving average and we don't get any catastrophic, black swan events, and the Fed does what is expected, I think markets can be able to actually hold. And that's why I think us staying above this 200-day moving average for the next couple of weeks is going to be very, very telling for bulls. So for me, this movement can be a little bit more bullish than the previous ones. Are we out of the weeds yet? Not when we're looking at a high of $65,000, right? Of course, it's going to be a long road from here, but you just kind of got to step level by level. We can still get punched back down depending on, recession fears kicking up. We still got the war in Ukraine. We still got earnings that are coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks. These are big earnings weeks, right? The banks are reporting. And then after the banks, the tech sector will start to report. So there are things that can pull us back down, but there's no, barring any catastrophic event, if we can just push above this 200-day moving average, we could remain bullish. So we'll see.
I love it, man. Total sidebar. I don't know. Did you guys see this? This was an interesting story. I forgot to mention this last night. So they are bringing Ethereum staking to MetaMask.
Yeah. I actually covered that story in the shop yesterday.
That's just another story this past week that, there's just so many things that happened this past week.
It's the story right here.
Yep.
But they're doing it through a third party. So through Lido and Rocket Pool. So they're MetaMask is facilitating the staking for Lido and Rocket Pool through Web3.
Speaking of Lido, and now we know, I was wondering why over the past like 2-3 weeks, Lido DAO has been crushing it.
Yeah.
Lido DAO is now ranked number 32 in market cap, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It has been absolutely crushing it. Look at this. It's up 14%, ranked number 32, and it's out of nowhere. And, to Hobbs's point, it's a staking solution for Ethereum. Here it is, liquid staking solution for Ethereum. So what that means is it's like flexible staking on crypto.com, right? Where you can stake it, but you can also have access, to make it liquid anytime you want. You can pull it out of there. You don't have to lock it up for, 180 days or what have you. So that's going to be really interesting. And I think it's going to be pretty damn bullish too, because when we get into a bull run, people are staking their ETH and at any time they can unstake it. That's going to be going to be really, really bullish.
Yeah, I agree. Especially if you're staking ETH, at $1,500, we get ETH to go to 5,000, 10,000. That's pretty big. And I like the way MetaMask. I guess my only worry, when I read the story, what my only con was, is staking going to be one of those things that actually catches the eye of the SEC? And God forbid we get MetaMask getting sued by the SEC. That would actually be pretty bad for crypto. Look at Solana.
I know, man. I know. I was looking at this late last night. It got all the way up to $24, guys.
I know. I was just sitting there like $9, huh? $9.
Insane. But this is what we were looking at, Jonathan and I, right before you popped on. The volume here in the last 24 hours for some of these, large caps. Look at the volume here for Solana, up 252%, $3 billion of volume. Bitcoin's got $45 billion of volume coming in the last 24 hours.
Yeah, Solana's up a 3x in 2 weeks, in like a week and a half, really. It was just at $8 like less than a week ago.
Not long ago, Gala's just crossed back over to 5 cents. I was talking to Jonathan about this. I want your thoughts on this, Hobbs. When you see this kind of movement, this is not retail money.
No,
this is not retail. There's just no way. These are institutions. These are huge buys coming in.
Well, we went over the story couple days ago in the shop about what was it? Oh, BlackRock, $10 trillion asset company, right? Like they control over $10 trillion, one of the largest hedge funds or ETFs in the world, or money management companies in the world. And BlackRock has now started allowing for their customers to enter into Bitcoin, right? To be exposed to Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin. That being said, that's going to bring in, a lot of stabilization to Bitcoin. If Bitcoin becomes a little bit more stabilized via, IRA accounts, 401ks, all that type of stuff, it's going to start to stabilize those charts. And that is what is going to bring more and more big money here. Big money is here, over this weekend, over these last few days, because Bitcoin ran 5%, which is equivalent to about $1,000 2 days in a row. Retail money can't do that. Like that, and there's hundreds of millions of dollars coming into Bitcoin. That's what's moving that needle, 5% in a day or two. So
100%. I mean, and there was the big burst happened like last night. It was right at like 19,500. So I mean, that makes you feel good when some big institutions are buying Bitcoin in large amounts at 19,500. Like obviously they're looking to make money, and they're looking at that as a spot where they could still, whether it's short term or long term, right? They're looking at that as a spot where, hey, we've got some upside here at 19,500. They're coming in strong, and so we'll see. How about Clear Cryptos? It's been coming up strong too, man.
Oh yeah. Definitely. We're struggling a little bit to get over that 4-cent hump, and once we got through it, we pushed through and came back down, touched 5 cents, came back down to 48, and popped back over last night. So the market's just looking, how it is, like Bitcoin, the big granddaddy, Ethereum. And then after that, all of the altcoins just start. We'll have a week. If this continues, we've seen this cycle before. If this continues, it's usually Bitcoin, ETH, SHIB, and then Dogecoin. Once those 3 get pumping, or those 4 get pumping, the altcoins just start going crazy. They'll have a week where the altcoins just pump. Everything will just start to pump. So
yeah, everything kind of follows a lot of these ERC20 tokens, man. As soon as Ethereum gets rocking and rolling, and the cool thing about all these ERC20 tokens is all their liquidity pools go up as ETH goes up, right? So then all of a sudden it's just they get that natural progression, just from ETH going up, and then obviously there's more money to go around. People are putting money back into their favorite projects, and of course CCX is something we're all tied in to and obviously locked in on, and we're streaming over on the Clear Cryptos YouTube channel too, guys. So we've got a ton of content over there coming out every single day. Make sure you guys are subscribed over there. Really building something foundational here in the DeFi space. Now, they actually put a tweet out. It looks like we're going to be getting some news next week. I don't know if you guys saw this. I think it was in the middle of the night. And we shall see kind of where this goes. But about 5 hours ago, huge update coming next week. So we're looking to hear some big things happening next week. And man, it would be nice if we can keep this market moving in the right direction too. And, we know that they're building and they've got some big things coming. They're laying the foundation right now. They've got some big partnerships behind the scenes that they're working on. And man, I'm pumped. I'm pumped for them in 2023.
And Clear Cryptos does not put out tweets like this unless it's the real deal. There's no soon with Clear Cryptos. They're going to give you some good news next week if they say that. We mentioned being early. You should enjoy that ride and take a look early, okay? We're still early with Clear Cryptos.
100%. Make sure you guys are following them over here and stay locked in. Get in their Discord. Hop in over there. They've got a ton of great things coming. And look at that. They're followed by Juan Pajadas, one of their board of advisors too. So Juan's on Twitter, man. Let's go.
I know, right? It's weird. It's weird to start seeing the BOA on Twitter, man. It's like, oh, they actually speak, when the retired lieutenant general came into a Twitter space and started speaking, I was even shocked because I hadn't met him yet. I was like, oh shoot, he's actually here, and so it's pretty cool to see, man. Excited for the future of Clear.
Hobbs and I both. Go ahead, Jonathan. Yep.
No, I want to ask you a question. Do y'all pull for Apollo Inu just for Hanat Crypto? I mean, like, is it just
or man? So here's what some people don't maybe know, and I'm not like patting my own back here, but Austin and I were the first to talk about Apollo. So there was a probably 4 or 5 month stretch there where we were the only people talking about Apollo. And I know Matt Johnson personally. Really love what they're building. You know, they've given out $244,000 to creators since they've started. They're doing some fantastic things, and they've got some really big things coming as well. They're trying to really grow out their ecosystem and do that even more to help more and more creators and creatives kind of fulfill their dreams. So listen, I love their team, love what they're building still. And then, yes, Hanak has kind of come in, and he's the guy. I mean, all hands off, all hands off. He's the Apollo guy now, and I'm cool with that. And he's really rocking and rolling with them, and he's always tweeting about them. And but he saw something that we saw too, and it was a team that, again, it's hard to find a DeFi, but everything they said they were going to do, they've done.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And I love waking up to Hanak either yelling at me that he's made 20 grand or just shaking his head that he's lost 20 grand. I love it.
Now see, Hanak don't even shake his head when he lose 20 grand. When he lose 20 grand, he's still yelling at you to let you know you need to get in and still buy. Crypto is on the way. The most positive dude in crypto.
I love it, man.
Next to Adam Show.
Yeah. And Jonathan Manis is right there. The one like Bandits, he's right up there too.
But I'm telling you, these are my heroes. These guys that we're talking about, that I've done lives with Hanak and with Adam now, thank goodness. But I got my inspiration from them, so I have to give them much love, And
no doubt.
I'm just enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I've had them both on my show too. Like, which I'll bring back later. But in the shop, I kind of set it up like a barbershop feel, and I've had Hanak, Adam, Zach, Austin, just to come on and tell their story beyond crypto, right? Like to just have a conversation. And Hanak's got a pretty powerful story with his brother, and then Adam has a really powerful story as well. So always cool, man. I got to get you on the show too, just so people can get to know the creator beyond crypto, and that's what I like to do over at the shop too. Like just talk about things. But who's that? Michelle? Michelle says, I don't agree with his Dogecoin thoughts. It's Shib now. Is she talking about me? All I said, I only said, the only thing I was saying about Dogecoin is it's part of that movement, right? Like, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, Shib, to me, has a larger community and they're pushing. But at the end of the day, you got to go by market cap, right? I mean, currently, I think Shib's at a $5 billion market cap and Dogecoin's at an $11 billion market cap. So until that flippening officially happens, I mean, Dogecoin is still, I mean, you got to respect it, just like you got to respect Shib, right? So that's all.
100%.
One thing I want to say about Dogecoin before we move on, please, Zach, y'all better believe that Dogecoin has something special sitting in the back pocket. You don't get to $11 billion and not build. They know what they're doing, and they're going to do something. So
don't sleep on it.
Don't miss it. Yeah.
Don't sleep on it.
Yeah. There's no reason to, this tribalism. I talk about this all the time ad nauseum, but the tribalism in crypto just blows my mind. It's just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. Like people, I always look at Ethereum versus Cardano, and it's like some of the people there, it's like, or the Bitcoin maximalists, man. Listen, there's a lot of Bitcoin maximalists that are way, way smarter than I am, like way smarter than I am. But I don't think it's smart to hate on all of crypto. Like common sense tells me that's not a good idea when we're only making up like 5% of the people in crypto, and you're in this little bubble inside this 5% shitting on everybody else. Like, dude, you're not helping we want global adoption. Bitcoin will win probably more than anything else, but like, help us out here. Right. Like, let's not fight within our little 5%.
And then, the only thing that matters to me is 1 trillion, right? Like, or 980 billion, where we are now. Like the total market cap is what matters, right? Whatever token that you want to be a part of, whatever coin you want to be a part of, that's fine. But I think it would be foolish of you to ignore the idea that you can make money from, multiple different tokens. You don't have to, it's just all about Clear. It's all about Shiba. It's all about, this. It's like, dude, like you have any idea how many cryptos are out there? You know what I mean? So,
because you're both knows. I mean, that's it right there. All right. So here's my question to Bitcoin maximalists. And again, admittedly, you guys are way smarter than I am in terms of the technical. I don't know shit about that. Here's what I know. Okay. Amazon just partnered with Avalanche. They didn't partner with Bitcoin.
Nope. Not at all. Period, point blank.
Polygon partnered with Starbucks and Disney and DraftKings and Mercedes-Benz. And so none of that shit matters.
Yeah. And it's an altcoin that most of Bitcoin maxis have never heard of. They'll call it a shit coin.
Right.
Anything outside of Bitcoin, they'll call it a shit coin. So
yeah. I don't know. But I mean, I get it. You know, they were true OGs, probably 2009, 2010 in the space. It was fascinating going to the Bitcoin conference. I'm going to go again this year in April, and hopefully a bunch of people can go out there. It's really cool. I mean, it's a great time. It's out in Miami, somewhere in mid-April, and I'm going to go again. And it was really interesting, just kind of, you know, being a fly on the wall there and listening to people talk. There were some people who aren't all Bitcoin and straight Bitcoin maximalists, but there are some, and you could hear the differences and how they're talking, and it's Lightning Network or nothing, you know.
Yep.
And we know that there are faster protocols out there. Like
I think it would be foolish to ignore the fact that Polygon exists, right? Like I think it would be crazy for you to realize, like, yeah, BTC. Look, BTC to me will always be the winner of crypto because it took us from 2008, 2007, you know, down below a penny, and now even the bearish markets is at $20,000, right? There is no bigger winner than BTC. We respect that, we know that, but that doesn't mean that we can't evolve, right? Like 100%. If we stay the same, BTC, yeah, it's great for store of value, but then what? How do we expand from there? And I think that's where altcoins, you know, come in and play the part to kind of clean up and say, hey, there's still money to be made and there's utility that can be given. So,
and then all of this beautiful, Zach. I mean, that's what the whole ecosystem and the freedom of cryptocurrency gives us. You know, that's amazing. And again, back to the whole regulation thing. I hope they just let us be. We're not hurting anything. We don't mind paying our taxes. We don't mind doing the right thing. Just let us roll, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, I think an interesting question is, you know, I do think this. I think that, you know, the crypto market will consolidate. And whether that's through some businesses just not working and failing, that will happen. But I think there's also going to be, like we see in the stock market, a bunch of mergers and acquisitions. Right? Like this small little company over here that's doing this one thing better than everybody else, right? But then Ethereum comes over and gobbles them up, or Cardano comes over and gobbles them up, or Avalanche comes in and gobbles them up, right? You're going to see that. I think that's like a natural progression over time. You're going to see the market consolidate. And this is why we always say keep a diversified portfolio, because if you have a few of those cryptos that end up being the big winners, you're going to look really good, and it's going to outweigh some of your losses. I mean, you're not going to hit on every one.
I think the sleeper to me is BNB or Binance, right? Like, I mean, there's no other company or exchange in the business that is more financially prepared to acquire, right? Like, what's stopping Binance from coming in and gobbling up 30% of this market, right? I know CZ is focused on doing one thing and being profitable at that one thing, but what happens when he's not anymore? What happens when he's reached the pinnacle where he's like, all right, this is pretty much on autopilot. Now let's get out here and start taking over some more market share. I think the BNB is going to be the, you know, one of the premier companies, or not BNB, but Binance will be one of the premier companies that, you know, start to acquire some of these companies, some of these little ones that, to me, they're just not going to be here when we, you know, fully adopt. It's just too many. We're too saturated. So at some point, somebody's going to start gobbling some stuff up. And why not Binance? They get the most value, they make the most money.
How crazy is it that the start of 2021, you could have got a BNB for $37?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I wish I knew more about crypto, you know, 2-3 years ago than what I know now. Right. Like, I feel like that bull run came and slapped you in the face, and you were just trying to catch the wave, you know, if you weren't in it. Right. Like, for me, I wasn't in crypto in 2010. I was on my way to Afghanistan in 2010. I remember somebody telling me during training, hey, man, we need to buy Bitcoin 2010. And, you know, only thing you heard about Bitcoin back then was, you know, it was for drug dealers, you know, and it was illegal, but it was less than $1 back then. You know, I always say, like, if I would have put, you know, $100, $200 in the BTC back then and just left it alone and never even thought about it, I probably wouldn't even be on YouTube right now. So it's just, you know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy when you really, really think about it. But at the same time, when you get bear markets like this, that's why it's important to remember those days, because now, even though you're not getting it at 30 cents, I mean, you're getting it at a 75% discount on most, or 85% discount at its low, which means most altcoins you're going to be getting at that same 85. I mean, look at Crow. Does anybody remember Crow at 94 cents? 84 cents? It's 7 cents right now. I'm pumping my own bag, by the way. But but I mean, I bought Crow the day all of that craziness came out, all of that FUD came out. It dropped to like 5 cents. I bought more Crow that day. So you believe in it, you have confidence in it, buy it.
First time I bought it was back. Shout out to Zay. I'll never forget this. Zay, if you're out there listening, he's in my Discord. Awesome guy. Zay got me in on it as soon as they signed that UFC deal.
Yep.
Way back in 2021. I think I got it at 10 cents. That was my first buy on Chronos. And I bought it a few more times after that, after it's come back down. So I'm about like right here, my position on Crow. So I'm cool with that. And yeah, I think you're right. I mean, could I have taken some profits at the top? Probably. But, we all live and learn. And I think it'll get back there.
I was buying Crow like on accident, like not accident, but it was like I had started getting into crypto.com. Crypto.com was actually my first exchange. Like it wasn't Coinbase. It wasn't crypto.com. For the reasons why I'm bullish on crypto is the reason why crypto.com was, the reasons why I'm bullish on crypto.com is because I Googled crypto and the first thing that came up was crypto.com as an exchange. That's how I ended up getting my exchange, right? Other than Robinhood, because I was trading, right?
Yep.
So with crypto.com, I saw Crowcoin and it was like, I think it was less than a penny, like maybe a penny or something like that. And I was just like, well, is this the token or is this like part of the company? So I just started buying it like at the low, and just started accumulating it at the low. And I was like, at some point, I guess maybe it'll do something. And sure as shit, the UFC deal, the burning, all of this stuff happened. Next thing you know, my average cost was like so low and we're up in the 80s. I'm like, all right. So I started buying in the 80s. I was buying, in the 70s, the 30s, the 40s. And now it's coming back down to 5. I bought more. So that's how Crow ended up being. I don't think I've ever told you that story, but that's how Crow ended up being like my largest holding, because I was buying it on a whim, when it was nobody was talking about Crow.
I love those lucky stories like that. I'm for real. I love that. I love, it's awesome. And the same way I jumped into Shib because of Doge. I moved over to Shib and got lucky.
Yep. You get lucky sometime. It's the same thing with the Dex Tools token, right? Like nobody's talking about the Dex Tools token, but it's there, right? Like, I don't know if it'll ever do anything, but somebody's probably buying it. I think you have to buy it to get a subscription on Dex Tools. So, will it eventually do something? I don't know. But that's the reason why I bought Crow. That was the first reason why I bought Crow, is because it was like, well, it just makes sense to buy the token that's a part of the company, in my opinion. So,
yep, 100%. Hobbs, you were talking about ApeCoin. We were talking on the phone the other day. What are your thoughts on Ape? Because it's kind of going under the radar a little bit right now. It's sitting at $5.21 21 cents.
We were literally just talking about this token yesterday, and then it pumped, right? Like me and Zach we were having like, our little monthly catch up sessions, and, he was asking me what I was looking at. And I was like, I feel like nobody's paying attention to ApeCoin. Like it was sitting at around like what, $3 or $4 yesterday. And I was like, I've seen him and I have made great money on swing trades for ApeCoin. But, we were thinking about metaverse plays, and we were talking about, things that we were looking at in the metaverse. And I was like, well, if we're talking about metaverse, we have to include NFTs. And if you're thinking about NFTs, there's no larger NFT in the space other than Bored Ape Yacht Club. And we already know they have a token. Why reinvent the wheel? It's already listed on multiple exchanges. It's available everywhere. It's eventually going to pump. We don't know if it'll ever pump back to $40, but buying it at $3, $4, it's a win to me. So,
yeah. Jonathan, what do you think, man? What do you think about the metaverse, Jonathan? And I'm going to, Willis says, what are the two names of these two guests? We got T Hobbs over here from the Crypto Shop and the One Leg Bandit. I'm going to show you guys both their channels too. So if you're new to these guys, make sure you subscribe to them. Appreciate everybody popping in here too and hanging out. If you haven't hit that like button, it's totally free to do. Really helps us out.
We got a 2-bit down there. What's going on, 2-bit?
2-bit's in the house. What's up, man? Ape's killing it right now. Yeah, we've been talking about Ape. The other side metaverse. Here's the thing with the metaverse. Nobody's really capitalized on it yet.
Nope.
Like we've got Sandbox, we've got Decentraland, and we'll take a look at the full metaverse list here in a second. We've got ApeCoin, we've got Shiba Inu building out their metaverse. Here's what I think. I think there are going to be some major winners, and I just don't know which ones they're going to be. That's why I want a little piece of a lot of them, and hopefully one of them is the one that really takes a lot of the market share, because it really hasn't happened yet. You
Yeah.
could say Decentraland and Sandbox own a little bit more than everybody else, but I don't know. I think it's still early. I think it's still early phases right now.
Yeah, I feel like nobody's executed the metaverse to the point where people actually want it in masses, right?
Yep.
And I think the first person that figures that out, I mean, Meta couldn't even do it, right? Like Meta has a great, goggles or whatever the heck they call it, but nobody in crypto has, in my opinion, executed the metaverse to the point where everybody's like, oh yeah, today I logged into the metaverse. Tomorrow, like whenever somebody makes the metaverse as popular as say Instagram, Facebook, where it's like we go to the metaverse for our daily updates because it's much cooler, that's going to be the winner. I don't know which one that was going to be, but I feel like that one's going to be the winner, right?
Yep. And One Leg Bandit, I know you've got some ideas on the metaverse, especially with the SHIB metaverse and what they're building. What do you think the future looks like? How many big winners do you think there'll be? And by the way, guys, I'm dropping their tags down here too. So if you want to go follow them, guys, they're right there in chat for you. So I know a couple people are asking about that.
Yeah, and please hit that subscribe button. I'm at 19,998 subscribers, baby. I got to get over 20,000, and we're going to do a party. All right,
2. Let's go. We're going to get there. We're going to get there.
Yes, right, I know I'm going to get there. But look, as far as metaverse goes, see, it's coming, and it's there when they unveil it. The shopping aspect, the business aspect, the interaction. We're all interacting right now online. And some of my best friends, it seems to me, and I'm being completely honest here, seems to be online. And it's sad to me because I'm a people person. I like putting my arm around people and telling them I love them. But now we're here online, and we're interacting so much. And you better believe if you really took a true look at it, we're spending a lot more time interacting with folks online than we are in real persons, in real life. So what am I saying here? The metaverse is coming, and if you have the meta headset, I have it in the room in there. A lot of people are getting on now, and they're playing roulette and poker and golf, and they're flying planes with their dad while their dad is sitting on their couch and at home. So what it's already doing is bringing families together. And once people get a hold of this and get what they like to do, it's only going to continue to grow. So shout out Zach to Marcy. I'm having a live with her next Thursday night at 9 p.m. You've had her as well. Lots of good news coming. And we're going to be on a Spaces tonight. Are you going to be on the Spaces night?
I might be tuning in, listening. Yeah, I got some plans. I'm going into this little outdoor shopping spot where I'm at in Florida. So I'll be walking around. But yeah, what time?
It's at 8 p.m. Okay, it's right after the Bugatti thing. It's a big SHIB Spaces tonight. Please check that out. Lots of good information going to be coming there. So it's just metaverse is popping, and again, that winner might be right now Decentraland. If you pull up that chart here in a few minutes and show people, Decentraland, I think, is booming. Yeah,
it is. I mean, and when we look at the top metaverse tokens by market cap, I mean, Michelle said it could just be a fad. It could be, and listen, we don't know, but here's what I do know: if it's a fad, that's a lot of money in a fad. That's $12 billion. And what is the metaverse? I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're already in it, right? Like we're always on.
I guess in that sense, like if we've been in the metaverse for years, right?
Right.
Like, and people just gave it a name, right? Like my kids are in the metaverse every single day when they play their PS5 and they're playing Fortnite, right?
Yep.
They're in the metaverse every single day when they play, what's the builder game? Whatever it is.
Minecraft,
right?
Yep.
Like it's already shown itself, just it needs that cryptocurrency tag to it. The first crypto that can get on a popular PlayStation, Xbox, that's when things are really going to start to take off, because right now the 5% isn't enough to push into that world. So you still have the V-Bucks, but what happens when V-Bucks also accepts Shiba Inu? What happens when V-Bucks you can also purchase with Ethereum? You can purchase with Bitcoin or Dogecoin. Now that's a little taste of us being in the metaverse. And now what happens when we're fully interjected into PlayStation, and then we get the first cryptocurrency video game? So you got to understand the evolution. Yeah, it can a fad also began with an idea, then it became a fad. But in order to push past the fad phase, you need adoption, you need investing, and then you need evolution. And this is what we are. This is where we are with crypto, in my opinion.
That's great. That's a great thought for sure. I mean, and here's the thing: Facebook changed their name to Meta. They got something up their sleeve.
Come on, man. They didn't do that on accident.
They're going to do something. And you look inside crypto. I mean, you still got some large market cap, plays, and they're not even listing Shiba Inu on here yet, right? That's the other thing. Once their metaverse is built out, but right now you got ApeCoin up top, and it's pretty tight at the top here. I mean, you got ApeCoin almost at a $2 billion market cap. They're leading the way as a tagged a metaverse token here, and then we got ICP right here. They're building out their metaverse. Then we've got the OG Decentraland here sitting just over $1 billion. Sandbox kind of burst on the scene the last couple years. Axie Infinity. This is one that's a sleeper. Theta Network is very fascinating. I don't know if you guys know much about this one. They're building a decentralized video streaming platform for creators. So super cool, actually. This is something right up our alley. So it would be, basically we'd have that like one-to-one interaction with our fans. And basically you can go to their website, Web3 blockchain infrastructure for video, media, and entertainment. Very interesting. And they're building out their metaverse as well. And they've also got their gas token that has been crushing. I think it's T-Fuel. It used to be in the top 100.
I've heard of it. I've heard of T-Fuel.
Yeah, that's part of their ecosystem too. But they've got some big names on their board and in their ecosystem. They actually have one of the guys who co-founded YouTube, who is now working over with Theta. So this is kind of a sleeper for you. And then also Zilliqa is one I like too. Really fast speeds. They're building out their metaverse. They made a big kind of introduction to what they're trying to do sometime in mid 2022. I remember. So yeah, Zill's in there. And here's what I mean: like these ones down here that nobody's talking about, the Zilliqas, the Theta. Who knows, right? I mean, there's going to be some winners down here, like Wax and Magic. I've heard people talk about Magic and what they're doing. We're talking about $147 million market cap right now. I mean, these are.
It's barely bigger. I don't even know if it's bigger than. Is it bigger than Volt? I don't even know.
I mean, what's Volt right now? Maybe a $67 million market cap.
I don't know, but like we've seen DeFi projects get bigger than that.
100%. Yeah. I mean, yeah, Volt's probably what, 60, 70? Yeah, 63 million. 63. Yeah. So I mean, you're looking at some of these, like there's going to be some winners in here. I've heard of Chromia right here. I mean, they're 96 million. I've heard of some of these. So I mean, look at all these. I mean, My Neighbor Alice, I've heard about this.
Yep.
Alien World, Star Atlas, like there's going to be some winners here.
Yeah. And I see Mikey is saying AI will solve a lot of problems, metaverse not so much, but what's stopping the metaverse from adding AI? That would be the question that I would ask. Like, what makes you think the metaverse is not going to be able to incorporate all of that? That's what's cool about the metaverse, in my opinion, or the thought of the metaverse, right? It's a tertiary world where people want to go anyway. Social media probably gets more interaction. I mean, Zach, you told me a story when Shiba Inu was going crazy. You had 20,000 plus people watching your live stream. That is the equivalent of a smaller, like a large NBA arena, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like that's crazy when you think about it, right? Imagine the people there's Twitter spaces that go out now that get 300,000 and 400,000 people watching at one time. Yeah. Where else can you do that other than being an NBA superstar or NFL player or something like that? You can't, right? So that particular experience or the potential for getting to that level is what will intrigue people to continuously put out content as we do now, right? It's not going to stop people from wanting to put out content in the metaverse as well. So,
and I want to throw one thing in here, Zach, just like you just said, SHIB has 1.25 million holders, so give or take. The metaverse is going to unleash, and at least 50,000 of those people is going to be hanging out in that metaverse at the minimum on a daily basis. Okay, 50,000. Okay, we're all shopping together, we're talking together, we're doing business together, we're buying things. It's like 50,000 people in one mall. Okay. Yeah. And we're all going to create that commerce, and we're going to burn Shiba Inu on the Shibarium network. It has not been released yet, but that's just one thing. And that's why all these metaverses is building and building their own brands of metaverse, because people's going to pick and choose which mall they want to go to. Do you want to go to the Mall of America, or do you want to go to your small local mall? There's going to be different things there.
Yeah. And then I think Mikey's having a conversation. So to that point, right? Metaverse is a specific niche. So is cryptocurrency, right? So is the stock market. So is, everything is a specific niche. The question is, will that niche catch on, right? Like, and thus far, cryptocurrency in the last 12 years, I mean, or in the last, 15 years, BTC's been here. I saw Peter Schiff comparing BTC to gold. It's like, do you know gold has been around since the 50s? Like, people have been investing in gold since the 50s, and gold hasn't outperformed BTC, not even close. Like, it's not even a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the idea that these things won't move fast, right? I think for people like myself, right, that are, I'm turning 40 this month, right?
Me too, baby.
For us, right? Congratulations, man. So 40 is the new 20, but I'm okay with being 40, right? So, but for people like us, we're like, for the most people like us, you and I were in crypto. We're all in crypto, so we understand it. But for most people, they're like, metaverse. No, I'm not putting on goggles and going. But for people that are 12 years old, my son is 12, my daughter's 10, and my youngest is 2. For them, they would absolutely put on goggles and walk around the world with goggles on. You know why? Because they already do it. Every child in America walks around just like this with their phone.
Mm-hmm.
They already do it. So what's the difference if you just put on a pair of goggles and now you see what you want to see, how you want to see it anyway? So I think the metaverse is already here. It's just a matter of finding that technology that takes it to the next level where you can use it on an everyday basis.
I agree 100%. And I think we're living in the metaverse. It's just going to get more and more embedded. It's going to get better. Like every technology, right? It's like, look at the cell phone over time. It just continued to get better and better and better. And it's the same thing with the metaverse. It's just going to get better, and you're going to be more embedded in it, and you're going to be one with it in it. You're not even going to be realizing like what's real and what's not, which is kind of scary in some aspect, but people love it, man.
You just have to embrace the change, right? Like if, in the 1930s, right, nobody would have ever thought the idea that an electric car would drive itself would be absolutely laughable in the 30s, right? Like the idea that an airbag would save your life, or that multiple people would be flying on commercial planes, that idea would be laughable in the 30s.
Yeah.
The idea that in 2023, we're talking about the metaverse, in 30 years, the idea that we weren't investing in the metaverse would be idiotic, right? In my opinion, right? That's just my opinion. But if you're looking at the way trends happen, I mean, think about it. Amazon started off as a bookstore selling for less than $1 a share. The idea that Amazon would be the largest one of the largest companies in the world today, 20, 30, 40 years ago, was laughable. But look at Amazon.
Think about this. My grandpa keeps having a fit, or had a fit, over paying for water. Okay, we pay $4 or $5 for water now. He just can't even understand it. So let's just think about that. What's really going on?
Yeah, since the 50s, Michelle. Yeah, you've been trading gold. I mean, the chart's been alive since the 50s. I think it's like 1959 or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
People been trading gold. Gold went from 30 cents. Look, here's a stat for you. Gold was trading at like 30 cents in the 50s. Now it's trading at 2,300. In 2010, Bitcoin was trading it for less than $1, and now a year ago it was trading at $65,000. You tell me which stat you would like, right? Which one would you prefer for your portfolio?
Yeah, I mean, when you look at when Bitcoin burst on the scene in 2009, there aren't many times. Actually, one of them is right now, but there aren't many times where gold's outperformed Bitcoin.
No, it's not. It's
not very often.
And I'm not saying gold is a bad purchase. I get it. It's more secure. It doesn't have, the massive pumps, the dumps because Bitcoin went on some rises, right? 12,000 back down to 2. And then it's had its ups and downs, but the overall performance of the portfolio of Bitcoin is much more impressive than gold.
Yeah, you just made me think of something. So there's a really good article I've been using in some videos, the Bitcoin history. Hopefully it pops up in my Bitcoin. I mean, let me go Bitcoin. I think it was history and bear markets or something I was looking at.
Yeah,
it really is crazy. I mean, because when you look at this, here it is. When you look at this is really normal. Like what we're seeing, like the price action we're seeing, it's really normal from when you look at how this goes. Here you go. Bear market number 1. Look at this. Bitcoin crashed from $32 to 1 cent in 2011.
Yep.
Okay. And here's number 2. Bitcoin tanks from 1,000 to below 200.
80%.
Well, it's only down 50% right now, by the way. Bear market number 3, Bitcoin plunges from 3,200 after hitting 20K.
Yep, that was just the most recent one, right?
Yep. Oh no, this was 2017.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we got another bite at the apple with 3,000 again in 2018, right?
Yep. And now we got this one.
Yep.
Bitcoin slumps from 63 to 229. They actually grabbed this number before it went to 69.
Yep.
63 to 29 in 2021. Bitcoin plummets from 60. Oh, they actually included. Okay. 68 to 20.
Yep.
Or in 2020. Here you go. So
yeah,
it's very, very normal, right?
And really we plummeted all the way down to 15.4. So what's the next, right? Like we're going to hit 100K and then we're going to plummet to what? 30,000, 40,000, somewhere around there.
That would be right in line. Like, and we just continue to create higher lows and higher highs, you know, on the longer time frames for sure. So this Bitcoin chart was going all over the place, man. Look at this. We pumped all the way up to 21,258.
It's that 200 EMA. This shit's like a reverse magnet. Like it's like a pole, right? Traders pump. They break it down as soon as we hit the 200. They come. It's like I'm telling you, like just look at this.
Yep. I would say, you know, 60-70% of the traders live off that 200 EMA. They really do. And
that and VWAP.
And good for them, you know. But I'm letting you know that this is not a shortened time, in my opinion. I think the bulls are still waking up and about to hop back in again. You know.
Yeah, if you're shorting right now, you're getting smoked.
Yeah,
you're getting smoked. If you're shorting BTC right now, you are being obliterated. But you know, if you've been shorting it since 68,000, I'd say you're all right.
Yeah,
I'd say you're all right.
Yeah. Michelle needs my sleepy tea. Morning, brother. Much love from us. Your thoughts on Bone, Zach? I can feel it going to 16 after the listings do. I'll tell you what. So these guys have higher predictions on it than I do, and now maybe I'm changing my mind on it. That's kind of in the range that you guys said the other night. You guys kind of like that $15, $16 range on Bone.
Yeah, I think higher, but I think, you know, I'll let the resident expert go for it before I give my soliloquy.
And I'm listening. I'm going to get another cup of coffee. I need to keep waking up.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I'm right here, though. I'm right here.
Yeah, well, I'll talk a little bit about Bone then. So look, everybody, here's the deal. And I like to keep hitting the points. You have to know this. All the Bones is minted, okay? That means they're not going to print any more on top of us. They're already minted. And a lot of the whales that were staking early in Shiba Swap have accumulated hundreds of thousands, if not millions of Bone. Okay, so there are lots of folks out there with that much Bone. When Shibarium is released, people are going to be fighting for Bone, and only certain few people are going to be selling Bone at the lower level. I think we see an immediate spike between $5 to $7, and then continue to rise up depending on the demand and the fight for the token. It will then level out, and then all the news will come in behind Shibarium, and then we'll either pump or move down from there. But there will be an initial shock, in my opinion. I'm not telling you to buy it, but that's how I feel about it. Bone is going to be a beautiful, quick move up, I think, in my opinion, when the documentation is released on Shibarium and everything is unveiled on how it's going to work. So, and I do sound like Gomer Pyle. I'm from North Kakalaki, baby. Thank you very much for saying that. And I am the one-leg bandit, and I love my voice because it's got me where I need to be. But enjoy the ride, and thank you.
Yeah,
but
go ahead, brother.
That's how I feel about Bone. And you know, Shib's already proved the people is behind the Shib ecosystem. So you better believe that when they have to have Bone, they're going to come get it. So that's my 2 thoughts on it.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, great points. I mean, my thing is, I just stepped back one day and I looked at Bone as I would look at Ethereum, right? Ethereum has its own blockchain. Ethereum is the gas of its own blockchain. It's the same thing with Shibarium. Shibarium will be its own blockchain and Bone will be the gas, right? You're going to have Bone to transact on the Shibarium blockchain, right? That being said, I think that we're looking at Bone like super undervalued because with all of the mass adoption that Shiba Inu has garnished already, you know, I was talking to Justin yesterday and I was saying, what happens if all of these merchants, every day you get a story where Shiba Inu's went into, you know, being accepted by all of these merchants. What happens when Shibarium comes out and Shiba Inu says, hey, all of those merchants that accept Shiba Inu, now you're going to have to switch over to the Shibarium blockchain. Guess what they have to buy? They have to buy Bone, right? So not only do they have to buy Bone, everybody that's trying to spend Shiba Inu have to buy Bone. So it's an ever evolving door that I think, because of the limited supply of Bone is going to have to be at a significant value. I think $5 to $7 is still undervalued. I think $16 to $17, I think we're getting started. But I think Bone will be very big in the Shibarium network. And that's all based off Shibarium being a success story. So
I love it, man. Yeah. I mean, you know, I got some at, I got some more at $1.04. I got a little bit at like 70 cents too. So I'm pumped about that. I'm going to look out for the ride now too. Speaking of Shibarium, guys, what do you think? I mean, how close are we? I know we've waited this long. We can wait a little bit longer, but we got a big space coming up too tonight, Jonathan. I got that up on screen for you here too. So set a reminder now. So let me, I could tweet this out, right?
Yes, please.
This out for you. Yep. What do you think? Are we going to get this thing close? Is it close? We're going to get this thing or what?
Go ahead,
Theops.
Oh no, I was going to make it real quick. You kind of know my thoughts. My thoughts are, I don't think Shiba Inu, the leaders of Shiba Inu, are crazy. They're not stupid. They're not going to release Shibarium. I think Shibarium's been done. That's just my honest opinion. I think it's been done, and it's been done for a long time. But I think they're smart enough not to release Shibarium during a bear market, recessionary fears. I think they want to release Shibarium the same way they released Shiba Inu, right at the start of the bull market, and really get this thing going. So that's just my opinion.
And I want to add some thoughts on that. So T-Hobbs, this is what I'm hearing, and just take it with a grain of salt. Mm-hmm. So Shibarium is not going to be a boom release, okay? And I'm hearing that in the next few weeks that we're going to get things released, like documentation showing the black and white on how it's going to work. Okay, so that's going to pump the hype, you know, and say, oh my goodness, they wasn't lying. This is real. This can work. And then the next thing is going to happen is they're going to release a phase of it, and which would be like a website or a dashboard or something like that, and get people growing on that. And after that, then boom, like you said, the full release of, oh my God, is going to come out whenever the bulls are in complete control. So that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think we've been layering this cake for a while, right? And that's why I say, you know, I'm more leaning to the fact that they're not crazy. Like, they've been pushing this hype for Shibarium for the last 6 months, and that's fine with me, because that only increases the amount of holders. The whales are holding strong. The information is getting out there, and to me, that's key, because in order for Shibarium to truly be the success for the entire ecosystem to really, really strive, you need to have max participation even before Shibarium is launched. So that when Shibarium is launched, all of these whales that really want to be whales, right, that really want to see that price increase, they're going to be pushing to people, hey, you want this price to go up, you have to get off the Ethereum blockchain, or not even get off of it, but you have to participate on the Shibarium blockchain, because that is the one thing that every single Shiba Inu holder knows. Ones that have educated themselves, they know that if they can get that supply down, this price will go parabolic. So
absolutely.
Yeah. And general, go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
Okay, so what everybody is so excited about with Shibarium is the burning of Shiba Inu, and Zach talks about this in every single one of his videos about Shibarium, and it is happening, okay? And that number is going to be amazing with how much SHIB we burn as well. So don't forget that. They've already made the statement, hey, I'm guaranteeing you every single transaction will burn SHIB, and it doesn't matter if it's a fraction of a SHIB. It will not take long to burn down the total supply for SHIB. So trust me, they know that everybody wants that 1 cent, that, you know, they know they want it, and they know how to get to it. The dev team for SHIB is a bunch of brilliant people. So definitely go to Discord if you haven't ever been to Discord and looked at how they handle their business.
No doubt. Make sure you guys are following Shibarium Net too on Twitter. This is the official one. There's a lot of fake accounts out there, so be careful too. So this is where we're going to get all our information on Shibarium and the blockchain and any updates here from them. So somebody put in here, I thought this was funny. I need Jim Cramer to keep telling me crypto's a scam. he's a funny one, man. I'll tell you what, it's so laughable these days. But
yeah, he keeps saying it. He said him and Peter Schiff.
He flip-flop so much on crypto.
Yeah, he does. Peter Schiff there was an article 2 days ago on Watcher Guru. This is Peter Schiff 2 days ago. Flip to my screen real quick. Yep. This is Peter Schiff's article, January 12th. Peter Schiff urges investors to sell Bitcoin amidst $19,000 price. And this is the price of Bitcoin now. You know what I mean? It's like literally the next day. It's like, dude, come on, man. He's like, sell Bitcoin, buy gold. And then his reasoning for it, and I quote, gold went up $10 today. It's like, are y'all serious with this? Like, is this for real? So
insane.
Archaic is what it is.
Thank you to everybody out in the chat too. We've got 332 people hanging out with us, slowly growing as we're hanging out. So appreciate everybody. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to everybody in chat. Foxy, I know you're always rocking in here. Boca, shout out to all the mods. We've got Glenn in the house, and we've got just a ton of people in here. We've got
it's early, man. It's early Saturday morning. People ain't got nothing to do. They can come watch us for a little bit.
People are just getting up. They're getting ready for some football, and I hear it, man. Yeah, it's going to
Thank you, people, for hitting 2 subscribes for me. I'm over 20,000 again, baby.
Let's go.
Hey, I want to ask you something, fellas. Since we got you here, I want to do a party for my YouTube people. What do people like to get? Do you like to give away things? Do you? I've never done that. Do we give away? What do we do? What do people love?
I'll tell you this. So don't do it on YouTube. Do it on Twitter, because YouTube does not like. I don't want to say the word. Yeah, give away.
Yeah, he said I don't want to say the word.
Yeah, they don't like it. So I just don't want your channel to have any issues or anything like that. So do that on Twitter. And really don't promote it too much here, just as a heads up. But I've done some giveaways. I think Hobbs has too. People love them.
I do them in Twitter Spaces. Like I think I did when I hit 1,000 subs, I think I gave away $100 10 days in a row on a Twitter Space. And then there were a couple mix-ups, so I ended up giving away $1,200. But I just gave it away every day in the Twitter Space. I gave away $100 10 days in a row. So
wow.
You can do it multiple different ways, man. I agree with Zach. Just because for a while there, good people that don't spread any craziness or anything like that, were getting their accounts taken down, and they were being told it was because of the giveaway. So I would say just focus on Twitter if you want to do the giveaways to just kind of celebrate.
I just want to give some love. I really do, and I've been on some good runs, and I want to bring people into clear cryptos. I want to, it doesn't matter, but thank you all. That's all I got to say. But it's a beautiful week, a beautiful life, and we are doing this thing. You know it.
Yeah,
100%, man. 100%.
You can just do something like we're doing right now, man. Do a 30-minute, 40-minute segment on Twitter. Just talk about crypto, and at the same time, celebrate the fact that you just hit 20,000 subs. Post your link on your Twitter. On your Twitter feed, so they can retweet it.
Yep.
And you just do a simple Twitter picker, and give away some cash like that.
Thank you.
People love that type of stuff. They absolutely love it.
For sure, man. Yeah, and people tune in, and it helps you grow too. And you're giving something away, you're giving something back to the people, giving them some good insight and good information. So, no doubt. How about Gala, man? We haven't talked really much about it. Gala's been killing it, up 19% again. We can bounce in here real quick to it, and man, I'll tell you what, it's one of my favorites. I've loved it for a long time. Now they're going all in on mobile. This acquisition of 20 million users. 15 new games. They've already had 15 or 16 games for PC being built out. Now they bring in 15 games in-house that are on mobile. I'll tell you what, they're growing something pretty big here. And I'll tell you what, I think one of the next big sectors is going to be gaming. We talked about metaverse earlier. Gaming is coming. It's just scratching the surface right now. What do you guys think?
Yeah, for me, I always just kick myself in the head because you've been telling me about Gala for I think since I've known you, right? So I never bought a position in Gala. I still think it's at a great price, but I also believe that there's going to be a boom that comes. Just like we talk about the metaverse, I think that gaming world, it's just going to fuel whichever one comes first, whether it be the metaverse or the gaming world. it's going to fuel the other, right? And I think Gala has an opportunity because they already have a plethora of games that they're working on, or that they're coming out with, or that are already here. They already have the framework formed for both mobile gaming as well as the metaverse. So yeah, I think Gala is a great buy. I'm not a fan of buying at the top of run, so I haven't bought any yet. But if it comes back down, I'm hoping the market, I shouldn't say that. I'm expecting the market to come back and retest some levels at a certain time. And if that happens, Gala will be at the top of my list of things to purchase. So definitely like it.
Mm-hmm. What do you think, Warley?
As far as I go, with my gaming, I really love, as we've talked about before, and I won't go into it too far, but Jetstar and Cred on the Polygon network. I love what they're doing. With the gaming tokens, okay, they're going to make it where every single gaming token can come into a video game. What the gaming tokens have to do is, what are they going to give back to the people that utilize them tokens to make them want to buy their tokens? So, they got to think about it in the reverse way, and I'm sure that they are. But Jetstar and Cred. And, as far as a card game goes, if you haven't seen Classic Rewards, I love classicrewards.io. The reason why is this gentleman's a school teacher, and he built this all up himself, and I'm absolutely blown away with what he's done. He's got 2 different networks that's tied into it. Just some small projects I wanted to give some love to, but that's what we got there.
What was the name of that last one?
Classicrewards.io.
Okay, I want to take a look at that here.
Yeah, take a look. It's awesome. He's selling NFTs. He's got, already thousands sold. He's a school teacher in Texas. I love lifting people up that's working hard. He's been working on this day and day for 2 years. Classic Rewards.
ClassicRewards.com.
It's still early. Zach can't spell yet.
It's .io.
Oh, .io. I thought it was. Yeah, I'm over 2 here.
You about to take us to a spam rep website.
There it is. I should have just went to Google. Okay, it's on the BNB chain and Ethereum Classic PT. Play to earn. Awesome, man.
So you go here, and he created again another game where he is original artwork, and I love that. You go there and you mint these different playing cards, and then you go and you battle out. And he's already built the game, finished the game. We tested it out last weekend. It works so beautifully, cool. And very, very impressed with him. His name is Selram. I'm very impressed with him, and just love people who believe in their projects this hard and actually make it happen. And he did it right there, Selram.
That's very cool. Yeah, I love when people are building something out like this and they're passionate about it. And there's a lot of opportunity in the gaming space. With Gala, I mean, this is one of the reasons why I got into it so early. This is something you got to look into. Not just what they're doing, but look into the team. Right, their CEO from Gala Games. He's the co-founder of Zynga Games. You might ask, well, what the hell is that? Zynga Games.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Zynga Games produced some mega games.
Yep.
There was a little game called Farmville.
Yep.
Heard of it?
My wife is still playing it today.
Yeah. And there's data out there that Farmville alone brought in, I don't even know how many billion people to Facebook. It's like insane. There's a few of those. What was the other one? Candy Crush?
Yep.
Like these 2 games brought in so many users. But yeah, the CEO from Gala Games, co-founder of Zynga Games. I mean, they built out the, Poker Stars. Actually, if you go to their little page on CoinMarketCap, let me see here, CoinMarketCap.
Zynga brought you Words with Friends too.
Words with Friends. Yep.
Yep. So,
there were some big ones. Here it is right here. Mafia Wars, Farmville,
poker,
actual poker. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So the leadership here, man, behind the scenes. And here's why I love it. All you got to do is hit on one of these games.
Yeah, just one.
All you got to do is hit on one. And they're building out a ton of them. Now they got mobile, they got PC. All we need is one. And that's why I love it. So I think it's way down here. I mean, it's, sitting at 5 cents. I think it went all the way up to 84 cents, I think, in the bull. Yeah, 83. Yeah, 84 cents. It's down 94% still, even after 150% pump here. So
now imagine cryptocurrency being out during the Zynga phase. And you were out here trying to sell Zynga as a cryptocurrency at 5 cents, not knowing that Zynga was going to create Farmville. Zynga was going to create poker. And that is the vision that I'm talking about. When you start to look at it from that perspective, it just makes sense, right? Like, it's like, holy crap, like this could be the next XYZ, right? Why not? Like, I don't know.
100%. Yeah. I mean, it's so early with blockchain gaming. And I mean, we talk about WAGMI. That's another one we like.
Yeah,
There's some of these small cap projects even that, I mean, they got a lot of things brewing. I got 11 of their NFTs over.
I got a bag of WAGMI. I got their NFTs, and my thing is with WAGMI, what's stopping Zynga from taking a look at WAGMI and saying, hey, we'll offer you a deal, but we want the crypto for sure, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we want to integrate crypto because Zynga hasn't really done that yet, right? So they've already got a partnership with GameStop, right? Like, they got the Immutable X thing. I think is huge for WAGMI because Immutable X allows you to play the WAGMI game, be in crypto, and not even know you're in crypto, right? And I think that's going to be absolutely key for their game and revenue growth, because if they can get people into crypto and not knowing they're in crypto, but they absolutely love the game, and that's one of the things that I love about WAGMI is that their focus has always just been the game, right? Even though they're in DeFi and people want the token to pump and do crazy things, their number one focus right now is the game, because if the game hits, if the game is addictive and people want to play the game, everything else will flourish. So shout out to WAGMI. They got a great team over there, and throughout this bear market, they haven't wavered one bit with their plan. So
yeah, I met Ian out there in Florida. Great guy. I met Scott too. Scott Herman, another influencer in our space. Obviously, Scott, he's been doing the damn thing for a long time. He's got, well over a million on his YouTube channel on the fitness side, and just great people. And they're working hard as hell, man. They're out there at the conference connecting, and I'm watching them kind of in meetings, talking to people. Ian's so passionate about what they're building, and people see that. People gravitate toward that, and excited for them, man. I want to see them win really big in this next bull cycle for sure.
Yeah, me too.
Saul, shout out to you, man. First sip always. This is my 48th sip now.
It's my first sip of hot cocoa. It's gone now, but
same cup though. I made a Shiba Inu video last night, about a 3-minute video on my phone with my ring light here, and I was drinking whiskey out of this cup last night. People were loving it. I had some Jack and Ginger. So
Jack and Ginger. That's an interesting concept. I do Jack and Ice.
Yeah, man. Nothing like drinking some whiskey out of a coffee mug. I had it last night, man. I was excited, pumped up about it, and yeah, for sure. So there's whiskey in it. Nah, not this morning, Jerry. Not this morning.
Yeah, I've been cutting down. I haven't had a drink since the start of the new year. I'm been working out and just trying to get this body back in shape. It's this 40-year-old machine.
I don't drink during the week.
You don't drink during the week?
I do the weekend warrior kind of move. I have a few drinks on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. It just sometimes when you just put it away, I put it away for about probably the first 2-3 months of every year, and then I'll be like, all right, bring out the whiskey.
I want
to go ahead, John. Go ahead.
I want to say an S word that nobody wants to hear. All right.
Okay.
Here's the S word.
Okay.
Saitama. God bless it.
I knew you were gonna say.
Now,
man, are they crushing it right now or something or what?
So here's what Saitama's done, and we all hate what they did to all of us. Okay, I've never sold a Saitama, have trillions of them, and then it moved to hundreds of thousands or millions or whatever. So look, Saitama has got the whole other side of the world with them now, and I think they're going to do something crazy. All right. I just want to put this. I hate giving them any love or whatever, because I do not. First and foremost, the one-leg bandit does not feel bullish about Saitama. I just want to say one thing about him.
Right one? Yeah. $70 million market. Yeah. This is the right one, right?
Yeah, that's the right one now. Yeah. So here's what they did. They got a credit card now, a card like crypto.com. They have Dubai and all of them backing them with a payment system. And you got to watch out. I think something's up with them. All right. So they've been flying extremely low. They've been putting out spaces about how they're going to be transparent now. And one thing's for sure about Saitama. No, they did not let you, if you stayed in and you're a diehard, they didn't take care of their initial holders. But one thing's for sure, they pump this mother up and they can move. So you might want to watch out for another pump up there on Saitama. Just something to think about,
I hear you. And listen, there's always different ways to make money, no doubt. I mean, and I don't hate on anybody making money. I mean, we could talk about some of the toxicity that's happened and the cult-like mentalities that I don't like. you know, but there's good people. There's still good people there that are invested in Saitama. You know, I've lost a lot of good people that, you know, were in my circle because I stopped talking about Saitama, and they call me every name in the book. And it's like, you know, I don't hate them. I just, you know, it was frustrating kind of how you put it, Jonathan, how they handled some situations.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, you know, for the most part, a lot of people were just tired of waiting. They were tired of waiting around and saying, you know, when's this going to happen? There's just other opportunities. And if you jump ship and you went in another direction and focus your time and energy somewhere else, more power to you. If you're still invested in it and you're in it every day, that's great too. Like, I don't hate on anybody. I don't care. You know, it's fine. I want everybody to win. I want everybody however you can do that, doing it the right way, whatever that looks like for you as an investment. I hope you win.
I guess
just watch out for Saitama, for real. No love for them whatsoever. They did us all wrong, but I just wanted to let you know that they are at least trying after doing everybody wrong with the other side of the world. So
that's fair.
Keep an eye on them.
I guess my thoughts on Saitama or anything that I invest in as a trader or as an investor, I try my best, right? It's very, very difficult. It's something that you'll never ultimately overcome, but I try my best not to be emotionally tied to any of my investments. If there's a way that I can make money, sucks for other people, but if there's a way that I can make money, I'm going to try to make money off of it. The thing with Saitama, right, is my money doesn't feel safe there, right? So to me, it's a no-go specifically for those reasons. Do I know about the drama? Have I participated in it? I don't participate in it, but I talk about it on my show, right? Like, we have mature conversations about it. But to me, my money doesn't feel safe over there. So I would never say, hey, man, this thing could really go, because it could. But, you know, it's just been proven over and over and over again that your money isn't safe there. So for those reasons, I would not fuck with Saitama.
Agree 100%.
I want to handle this one because, you know, there sounds like one of those ones that are still upset with me. So Zach, you shilled Saitama hard. I lost quite a bit. And listen, I did shill Saitama hard, and so did a lot of people, because the plan, the vision was amazing.
It was.
But I will say this. I went out to Vegas. I was there in the flesh. I then came back from Vegas, November 2021, and publicly made a video saying that I was exiting out of most of my Saitama.
Yes, you did.
Bag.
Yep.
Yes, you did.
That's all I'm saying.
And that day, we all made money because
2021. I said, I don't like what I saw. I'm public. I think I said around 70% I'm exiting, and that's what I did. I exited.
I remember that video. Yeah, I remember you said 70%.
And everybody hated me and blah, blah, blah. And now look what happened.
Hey, you have always been doing the right thing type of person. No joke. And when you saw them drunk, acting like a fool, and having no organization after making millions of dollars, you knew that they could not be trusted at that point. You know what I mean?
100%. And, you know, and still after that, I talked about him because I wanted to give him another chance. I didn't talk about him as much. I talked about him a little differently. I was a little bit more leery of everything. But as we all know, YouTube is a game that we play for views. Let's just let's not, right? But listen to my tone after that. It changed. It wasn't. I'm not as excited as I once was. Now it's time to get shit done, guys. We're waiting for them to get shit done, and it never came. And eventually, I exited stage left because the toxicity just took over, and I don't need that. I don't need that.
And let's be clear, Saitama never paid anybody to shield the token. Because I see him saying that down there, and I'm like, Saitama didn't pay anybody. Even their biggest influencers never got paid, because Saitama's thought process was, you're going to get so many views and so many subscribers and get monetized and make your own money. We don't have to pay you. Shiba Inu ain't paying nobody. Because they you're already making your money.
This is my money, baby.
You're already making your money. So,
and they made us that money, you know, for real. Shib ain't got to pay nobody. We love being a part of Shib Army. It's a different family.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, and I mean, listen, you know, the matter of fact is too, we've learned a shit ton throughout this whole process, and that's all I really care about. Like,
100%.
I don't claim to have it all right all the time. I say it all the time. I'm not going to be right all the time. But one thing we have got from these last year and a half, 2 years, we've learned a ton. And, I feel in a much better place because we went through all this crazy shit.
Agreed.
You know,
we're better. We're better at what we do. You know,
you know what I learned during the most of this, which is something that, you know, I think it's very, very simple and has been told to us so many times. Buy the fear. If you have confidence in the token or in what they're building, buy the fear. FTX was a day that you could have bought the fear on so many projects, because the worst thing that can happen is it can continue going down and you made a mistake, right? But if the company is solid and you know what you're seeing, I'm so happy I bought the fear on crypto.com. If it doesn't work out, no big deal. But I know that I got crypto.com at probably one of the best prices you could get crypto.com. Right?
Yes, you did.
You know what I mean? And now I'm just sitting and I'm waiting, because when everybody's going to start buying into the FOMO, when it hits 20 cent, 30 cent, they're going to be buying from me. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, here you go. Here you go. You can have it at 30 cents because, you know what I mean? And to me, I think that was the biggest lesson that I learned, or I'm still learning during this trying time in crypto, is find the ones that you really know and you really believe in, or I shouldn't say believe, I should say you have confidence in it, right? And buy that fear. Think about all the people that bought Gala at 1 cent when it was in their consolidation at 1 cent, right? Not even a couple days later, boom, shot to 5 cents. They bought the fear. So
that's a 5x.
Yeah. That was peak fear. I mean, it's hard to do it, man.
It's hard to do it. It's one of the toughest things you'll do is buying the fear. But if you take the chart out of it and you just do the analysis, the fundamental analysis, right? There's technical analysis and then there's fundamental analysis. If you do the fundamental analysis where you do what Zach doing, you do a little research. What are they building? Who's working with them? You find out who this CEO is. What has he done in his past? Who is he connected to? What is the future looking like? AKA the roadmap, right? That's the fundamental part of it. That's what builds the confidence. The chart should not build your confidence. The company and what they've been working on is what should really, truly build your confidence. And once you're confident, now you go to the chart to find the best price. It's like shopping for clothes. Yeah, it's like shopping for clothes, man. Like you know what you want to buy, but you're gonna wait for Black Friday to go get it. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like you just gotta wait for that fire sale. It's gonna come. It's crypto.
Speaking of Gala too, real quick. I love it, Jonathan. We're speaking of Gala real quick too. So I got the president. I'm interviewing the president of Gala Games next Tuesday. It's going to be a recorded video, so super pumped about that. I'm going to probably put it out probably late Tuesday night, if not early Wednesday morning. So super excited about that. That's the guy, Jason, who's been pretty much dropping all the bombshells on Twitter. So I've got him, finally got a hold of him, man. I've been trying to get a hold of him for like 3 months. So finally did, and I'm going to have him on next week. So looking forward to that. But yeah, love their ecosystem, love what they're building. Any other altcoins out there, guys, that, you know, in the top 100, let's say? I mean, we talked about some of the small caps we love. Of course, Clear Cryptos, WagMe, we've given some love. I love Volt. I love their community, what they're building. You know, there's a lot of great small caps out there. Everrise is another one that I think people forget about. But what about some top 100s that maybe are flying under the radar for you guys?
I think we hit them all for me, but I don't know what you got. One leg.
Well, you know, we did hit them all, but I want to talk a little bit more about Polygon before you move too far. And that's not really an altcoin, but I just want to tell everybody to please look at this. Read the news. All right, look, we're not financial advisors. I see that in the chat. We are not. We do not tell people what to buy. But we are business folk. I'm a business folk. These guys are business folk. We do very well with our businesses, and we look at what's going on and what type of partnerships are being made. With Clear Cryptos, amazing partnerships being made. Polygon, amazing partnerships are being made. These people are putting out huge news, and people hasn't even grasped how big these partnerships are and what are they doing next, okay? What is Polygon doing next? And if you look at that and really dig into it, I think you might find a real winner with Polygon. Not just a little winner, I'm talking massive. And I just wanted to give a little bit of love to them tonight. And also, again, I want to mention Shib and Bone. You got to take a look at what they're doing, really do the research and dig in. And if you need me or anybody on this panel, we are here for you. We're right here, and we'll answer any questions you have. We love you, okay?
Don't forget Leash, man. Don't forget Leash. Hey, 107,000 supply on Leash. So don't forget Leash. It is not a
Total
it's not to be
supply right
slept
there.
on. Total
I
supply.
almost just want to get one.
I'm getting one, dude. I told you what I'm doing. My plan,
get one at least, right? Because it can go to 10K.
Dude, my plan is buy one a month. Right?
Yeah.
No matter what the price is, I'm just gonna buy one a month. If it goes to zero, okay, so be it. No big deal. I failed, right? But if Shibarium is as successful as we think it's going to be, and Leash is the new BTC within Shibarium, you have to get one, right? Like at 350, you like, come on, you got to get one. So I'm buying one a month until it's out of my price range, and then I'll just be like, all right, well, I load it up.
Well, no, then it's time to sell. When
If it's out of my price range, I'll just sell one and buy some more later.
I mean, so we know how bad 2022 was, all in all, right? I mean, even back in September, it was sitting at $650.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
it was bad.
It was 50% off that price,
right?
So yeah, I figure you buy one a month. Like, what's it gonna hurt?
Nothing. I like nothing at all.
Champa Bay, appreciate him too, man. Champa Bay, always on my Twitter, always every stream, every video. I appreciate you, man. He's down in Tampa. He's living the good life too.
Champa Bay.
he must have did some good investments in the last few years, because I know he's always out there fishing. I appreciate you, man. He says Chainlink, and you're 100% right. And I admittedly forget about Chainlink quite a bit.
Yeah.
And Link has been just decimated. This thing got up over $50 in the previous bull market. And look at this thing. So Chainlink has been crushed. Now, listen, it's ranked number 21 still. It's the Oracle. It's the number one Oracle in all of crypto. It's linked in, pun intended there, with so many crypto projects. I mean, go look at their partnerships they have with every massive crypto project. They're using Chainlink's technology in one way or another, just about. I mean, it's crazy. So you go to their alt chart, they popped all the way up here just under 50. They might have actually crossed over 50. Let me see. I think they did. Let's see. Yeah, they got $53.
How about Kabasa? Yesterday, Kabasa.
Oh my gosh, man. Man, they were crazy. I appreciate it, but man, they were crazy. But yeah, Chainlink, 100%. Champa Bay. I've got a little bit, and it's always one that it just keeps getting on the back burner for me. I'm always looking to stack my Cardano, my Polygon, my Shib, my Crow, and it's always that one. Like, I wish I had more Link. I wish I had more Chainlink. Damn, I should have bought more Chainlink. And I like it. I think it's a good call.
Yeah, I think it's a great call. I think this is a great point with this particular coin is the fundamentals haven't changed, right? Mm-hmm. And one thing that you always look at to find out whether or not you're getting a great value on a token or a coin or whatever you're buying, right? If the price tanks, if the price of Tesla, Apple, Amazon, which they did, tank down 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80%, but Tesla still sells cars, Apple still sells computers, Amazon, I'm pretty sure, is still delivering packages, right? If the fundamentals haven't changed on the company, then you should be looking at those as potential price entry points, right? Mm-hmm. Do your research and understand why we're preaching, hey, do whatever you want. We're not financial advisors, but understand why we're looking at the market saying, where are the opportunities? It's because nothing has changed about these top cryptos that we're talking about. The only thing that's changed is the environment. Now that the environment has changed, well, you ask yourself, well, what happens in the environment? Well, we have seasons. Right now, we're in bear season, but bull season is coming. Do you want to start buying in bull season, or do you want to start harvesting during bear season so you're the bull when the season changes?
And that's exactly what happened to me. I'm telling y'all, listen to him. I'm a bull right now because of the luck and being in the right place at the right time. So, and now I've got all this research behind me, but now I'm a real bull because I know what I'm looking at. So just enjoy the ride and get involved and see what you can do and make good decisions. And we're going to do this thing. I'm telling you, I'm already doing it. I mean, I couldn't even sleep last night because the account goes, okay.
Yeah. So if you're just checking out Chainlink too for the first time, here it is right now. So through a decentralized Oracle network, Chainlink allows blockchains to securely interact with external data feeds. So it kind of links other blockchains with other blockchains and allows that for that interoperability that we hear about, that word all the time, through the smart contract. So they've been around since 2017. Again, you go and look at it, a lot of the top projects use Chainlink's technology. It's kind of like an infrastructure play, you know, and it as long as, you know, the top layer ones and crypto's still moving forward, Chainlink's going to be a big piece of that. It's not a sexy play. It's kind of, you know, it's kind of forgotten about quite a bit, but Chainlink, I definitely agree. I've seen Algorand in here too. Love Algorand as well. I've been stacking them up. They had some tough times here the last few months, but again, tough times and you know, prices down. Great opportunity. They're ranked number 33. They've been up over $3. Their all-time high is somewhere at 350 or something like 328, 93% down.
Yeah, I hear people talk a lot about Litecoin as well. LTC.
Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin's another one. They call it the silver to Bitcoin. What is it? The silver to Bitcoin gold. It's an OG. It's been around. Yeah, it's kind of boring and what have you. People forget about it, but it's still right here, ranked number 13. It's not going anywhere.
Still doing over $1 billion in trading volume. So
yep.
it's still there. So yeah, Cardano. Yeah,
team, I want to tell y'all something. I love you, but my wife is hungry and I got to take her to eat. So y'all have a beautiful day.
Yeah, right. I think we about to. I think Zach's about ready to get off too. He did the whole, hey guys, you know, check out these channels.
You guys knew exactly where I was.
Yeah, he started doing this here.
Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Appreciate everybody in chat. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to these guys' channels too. It's at the Crypto Shop, at One Leg Bandit. Go give them some love. Great content creators. If you're on the Clear Cryptos channel, you're not yet subscribed over there, or if you're just listening on this channel, go over there, subscribe. Great content. Appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Take care. See you.
Peace.